It's a little groove there.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Extol Unfiltered. Caffeinated by NWSB. I'll let you take that over for a minute.
Caffeinated by NWSB, people you know wherever you go. Hey, it's our fall break edition of Extol Unfiltered. My son, you some more water?
I'm all right.
Wrong pipe. But we're good?
We're good. I think so. Yeah. Go right ahead.
So New Albany has, 2 weeks of fall break? You're in week 2?
We are in week 2, and a lot of our clients are as well. If you don't know, Extol Unfiltered is produced by Extol Media, and we're full-fledged media production, marketing, etc. And so a lot of our clients have taken, so it's a little slower.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
But this is your first for Brady, your son.
Borden and Henryville switched to just 1 week of fall break. So then they get a little bit longer summer break. So we've got, hey, Gingy.
Hey, this is Ginger.
I'm trying to force myself to maybe work just a little bit less this week. And I'm a little jealous of all the pictures, by the way, you Facebook people.
I know.
Friends that are at the beach and sharing those nice pictures. So good for you if you are. Let us know where you're watching from. Maybe you are on vacation this fall break and we're popping on your social media platform. So.
That's right. We always love it when you leave the comments. Just in case you didn't know, Extol actually has 2 in-house cats, both adopted from the New Albany Animal Shelter. And this is Ginger. And Ginger was returned 4 times, which we still don't know.
Yeah, she's a
such a great cat. Such a great cat. We really
She's
enjoy her.
Purr. She purrs non-stop.
Except then Elvira, who is our other cat, who you probably will never see jump up here. Sometimes the girls get into little...
They scrap it up every now and again.
Although we did figure it out. Elvira was part of a hoarding situation and hid forever, very, very meek and mild. And then we found out she got it back. She's the aggressor.
If we were to guess their ages,
oh gosh,
what do you think? I'm thinking 9 for Ginger and 25 for Elvira.
I was thinking 500 for Elvira, and I mean, Ginge somewhere between 6 and 9. I'm trying to remember when we adopted her, but anyway, this is Ginger was not the reason that I was coughing. I'm going to pull up
our extra guest this morning.
That's right. Here's our guest. I'm going to pull this up. And it says from Aaron Wolf, hey, from French Lick. Oh, Aaron,
I want to get up there to French Lick and play some golf.
Well, guess what Aaron just said? When we play in golf, and I know he's not talking to me. LOL.
Aaron, do I have the invitation? How about Wednesday, Thursday? Because we've got rain that we're talking about today and tomorrow. So.
Oh.
Well, we need the rain because we've been in a drought. So.
That's right. Well, I've got one from Michigan.
Oh, nice.
Beverly Bignell Reynolds. That is family. Oh, hi, Bev. And she says, hi, Angie. Good to see you. Looking so good. Love
hey, Beverly.
That you've jumped on. Oh, my goodness. That makes my day. That definitely makes my day. Well, we'll come back to some comments. Aaron, keep that in mind that Ben is asking, is that an invite? Because he's ready. He's ready to go.
Don't tempt me with some golf.
Ready to go golfing. But to do that, Ben, there are certain people who like to play in certain types of weather. I mean, let's take a look outside here. Is this a good golfing day?
Look at that. Within the last 5 minutes, we got rain coming down. The streets are wet here in uptown New Albany, there at the corner of Vincent's and Market. So we do have some scattered showers developing now across the area. Grab the umbrella. You can see the dump trucks spraying up some water off the road there. Probably not real heavy through the morning time, getting steadier later this afternoon and evening time, and then the rain will continue for tomorrow. I think we could see around 1 to 2 inches of rainfall by Tuesday night, and then we'll dry out very early Wednesday morning, and then we're looking at a weather pattern change, meaning highs in the 60s, 70s, more October-like air for the rest of this week. So there you go.
So happy.
Yeah, so there's our rain chances today and tomorrow, and then I would say upper 60s, low 70s around the area Wednesday, Thursday. Mostly dry for the rest of this week after Tuesday. So there.
I'm just sitting here staring at it. So all day rain today?
Off and on. Yeah, it's kind of spotty right now, where there's some showers here and there, kind of hit or miss. I think it will become steadier later this afternoon and evening. So then
But just
tomorrow's
rain,
kind of a washout. Yeah.
rain or storms.
No severe weather, thankfully.
So
yeah.
then that means that my girlie, my 9-year-old Olive, she has soccer practice today. Hopefully she loves that. Play in the rain.
Running in the
Obviously,
rain?
Oh my gosh. The mud, the fun, oh yeah.
Sliding?
Yes. Gotta do that.
Be safe.
Guess who's taking her to soccer practice though?
Jason?
Not mom. Nope, mom is not. We're going to jump on with some comments again. And by the way, Aaron said Corn Ferry Championship this weekend.
That's up at French Lick, I believe.
That's where he said he
Yeah.
was. Yep, that's where he said he
That'd be kind of
was.
cool to check out for sure.
And then B Local 502, we love you. We love you. Watching from Fern Creek, just returned from Western Springs, Illinois. Not much color change up there and is very dry.
Yeah, and I'm not sure we'll get the vibrant colors that we've had in the past because of the drought conditions. You want some healthy leaves to give you some good color.
Yeah.
But usually it's late October when we start to peak with our fall foliage. So we'll see how it goes, but we're getting there. Which reminds me, I need to drain the cheap pool that we have in the backyard before all the leaves.
The awesome pool that you had some real fun with.
Pool in the box.
All right, Ben, speaking of fun, so one of the funny things is I am connected but barely to Ben's page only so that we can stream onto it. Like, it's his page, so I leave it fully alone, but I get all his notifications.
You can spy as much as you want on the page.
Everybody can spy on your page, and they can see that
welcome.
you had quite a weekend. Are you okay if we dive in?
Yeah, it was a busy weekend. I'm a little sore.
All right, first thing we're going to pull up here, you're lifting a lot of wood.
A lot of wood, yeah. So we heat our house with wood or with our wood stove throughout the winter. So we obviously need a lot of it. And we have a lot of it on our 30 acres. Trees that fall down. I mean, we're not cutting down trees that are alive or anything like that. But so on the left, that's me standing on the pile of wood.
Is that enough for the winter?
Pretty much, I think.
Wow.
I've got one more tree that Brady's going to finally have to help me get out of the woods. He was playing golf the entire time. That grandpa, 76-year-old grandpa, was lugging around these logs. He was
No way is
awesome.
he 76.
76 years old this November.
Years young,
Yep.
yes.
So we had some trials and tribulations when you're out in the woods. And of course, we live in the Knobstone Escarpment, the real hills of Clark County. And it can do damage to your vehicles. So
can we pull that up?
Sure.
Okay, hang tight here. Here we go. Ben Mishaps is what I labeled this one.
Backing up, man. You gotta get more right. No. What is he doing? You gonna make it up this hill?
Well, we busted an old 97 GMC Sierra two-wheel drive into work, so now we're trying to bust up this Ford F-250 with a big load of wood in it. Making a lot of noise. We'll see how she does on the big hill. Battery died back in the woods, so we had to jump it. And a little tough getting it in and out of gear. But we're getting up the hill. So we got a flat tire on this side by side. We busted the old Chevy, and this one is still alive but needs to be jumped every time we use it. We're pretty good at breaking stuff. It's a special talent we got.
I like the Midas touch. If I touch something, it will break.
I love
Then you got to learn how to fix things.
But then, okay, we got to go now back to your dad for a second, because I don't care if you said 76 years young, because he cuts like a boss.
Always a little more nervous when you're up next to that tree when you're doing that. But I will say, don't try that at home because that was not necessarily the perfect cut. Like I had a comment on there that said that tree barber chaired, and that's when it falls over and it kind of splits and kind of pops up. It can be dangerous, but it was leaning enough. I was like, just cut straight through it. It'll be fine. Which you're supposed to kind of bore through the middle and do it the proper way. So I agree with the commenter that called us out.
Don't try that at home.
So, yeah.
But it's funny. So I said, excuse me, Aunt Bev was coming in from Michigan. It's really Cousin Bev, but I just grew up because of the age. We always called her Aunt Bev. But I grew up in rural Michigan, Holly. It used to be the village of Holly. Now it's the city of Holly. And we had I still love that smell, a wood stove. And I mean, we didn't have much. Mom, 5 kids, and we would spend an entire day, passing it down, stacking the wood, but we learned the same things, and a lot of felled trees or trees that were going, that was how we heated it as well, and the upstairs fireplace.
It's a lot of good work. It heats you a lot of different times when you're cutting it and you're splitting it and you're stacking it, but you can get kind of complacent. You can also, I noticed that I was getting so tired of holding the chainsaw and log it, and I was getting kind of dizzy, and then you can make bad decisions when that happens. I mean, logs can just fall on your fingers or your toes, and you can get hurt pretty quick. So.
Logs can. You got to be careful. Got to be careful. Okay, jumping into another comment. We were talking about the weather, and Ben, again, will you reiterate what you think? Because we're getting the rain right now.
So grab some of that rain gear, grab the umbrella. We got rain as we look live here with our camera from Extol Media Studios. That's the corner of Vincent's and Market in New Albany. And so the scattered showers will continue today. Keep the umbrella handy. And then tonight and into tomorrow, I think we'll see some heavier rain for Wednesday. And that could add up to 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. And I know some of us don't want to deal with rain, but we need that rain because of, some drought conditions across the area.
Well, Robert Simpson, that was a great one. That was a great segue in there, unintentional, from Robert Simpson. He said, I know we need the rain, but I sure miss days like yesterday. I am with you, Robert. It was, I loved putting a sweatshirt on, walking outside with my coffee, letting our dogs out and being like, ooh, it's
and then
chilly.
Just nice warmth in the afternoon.
But not terrible.
Yeah. And so since we were cutting all that wood, we had like a fire every night this weekend. In the evening it cooled down. It was just perfect. Yeah.
But again, we've got some fall-like temps.
Yeah, we're going to be dropping to upper 60s, low 70s after the rain. So Wednesday will dry out, and then we're pretty quiet for the rest of this week. I only have like a little 20% chance, which I still think it'll be mostly dry there Friday, Saturday. Just a little cover my butt chance of rain is what CYA.
But you know what? We are repeating this last week's event of the week presented by Rasmussen Chiropractic because it is Harvest Homecoming. And I'm so glad to see your weather forecast with that because it looks like harvest.
Yeah, some harvest weather. Of course, we got the rain today and tomorrow, but I think we're in good shape.
Booth days
it's
look
going to be great.
Absolutely amazing when you're taking a look at this. Booth days, they shut down, just remember this, they shut down the streets, I think it's 4 o'clock on Wednesday to prep, and then vendor setup happens somewhere around 6 o'clock. And then booth days start 11 a.m. on Thursday, and they last through Sunday. I mean, this looks like the perfect harvest.
And Friday night's the party night, right?
I would not know.
The bar hopping?
I would not know. There is somebody here in this. It's
not
somebody here.
Well, I know a whole lot of people that go from bar to bar.
So tell us this: if you're joining us now or in the replay, are you a partaker of the unofficial Harvest Homecoming beer walk? Is that what it's called? Or beer crawl?
Bar crawl, beer crawl.
And it is not a Harvest Homecoming event. Yeah. Enjoyment of local establishments.
Our local establishments. I've got a lot of friends going. I'm debating because I've got to scramble the next day.
Oh.
Don't necessarily want to feel like
what
trash.
Scramble?
Golf scramble.
Like, who's it for?
Oh, it's for Borden High School basketball.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, I will say this, as a Hoosier by choice, which means that I wasn't born here, I learned very quickly that it is like the biggest reunion for people from this area. Sure. And what I normally would do is drop my husband off and just say, take an Uber. I'll see ya.
There you go.
I'll see ya.
Yeah, people come in from out of town, from
Oh,
It's a big party.
It's a weekend, and it's gonna be a great one, based on what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, we also have to show this though. Ben had a stink bug
Kind
party.
of a nature-y
So
show today.
nature is good.
So, yeah, I posted this late last week. We were sitting on the deck, and there was just stink bugs all over our chairs out there. And this struck a chord because a lot of people are seeing more stink bugs this year. I learned that this is an invasive species, came over as an Asian stink bug in 2010. The native stink bugs don't try to get in your house as aggressive as these guys right here. But anyway, I checked this morning, 203,000 people have looked at this post. So obviously a lot of people are dealing with some stink bugs out there. And we've got them now inside our house. If you don't have your house, if you got a little, any gaps in your doors, they are going to come and live with you.
What do they do?
Stink.
That's it.
Pretty much. They don't harm anything. But like if you touch them, it's like an oil. Like I wash my hands like several times and you can still smell it. But they're stink bugs.
Our cats, because sometimes we'll get them in this big light fixture in the kitchen that we're renovating little bits and pieces, little by little, and you'll see a couple get up there, and the cats will just jump up on the counter like they're not supposed to. But it's their house, they know it, and they'll just sit there and stare.
Nature's cat toy. Yeah.
Except they never catch them. If they
right.
caught them, I wouldn't care that
probably
they
don't
were
want to.
jumping. They were jumping on those. I love this. I'm so over the stink bugs. Says Be Local 502, right? Join the party.
It is worse this year. I don't know if it's because of the rain we had earlier in the year. They're kind of cyclical too. Sometimes they're not as bad as other years. And then in a couple weeks, once we get usually in a couple weeks after our first frost, we warm up into the 60s, we'll get a swarm of call them ladybugs. They're Asian lady beetles.
Asian lady beetles.
So that's the next invasion here in a couple weeks. And they're at our house. Those are worse than the stink bugs. But
those are worse. Well, I'll share what my weekend was like coming up here in just a moment.
Build a restaurant tap-ins. Casual but very nice atmosphere, very clean, brand new kitchen. We've just built a new bar. It is a sports bar with good food. We've got two Pro TVX simulators with 16,000 golf courses on it. So most of the time you'll see 4 to 8 people hitting golf balls and playing a game while you're in here. Our whole facility is open to the public, and our dining room is probably a little more public usage than member usage, since it's a bigger group, obviously. So come check it out if you haven't been here. I think you'll enjoy the space.
Do you recognize that guy eating the burger?
who is that?
That's Jason.
Jay. Oh,
I needed to stand it. That's Jason
I
Applegate.
tuned out for a second. Yeah, my son was there yesterday playing. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's of course. Well, that was Jason Applegate, and you said this is like a nature-themed show. So on Saturday, Extol's creative director, Adam Kleinert, he and his family live in Henryville, and his oldest, Sydney, was married to the love of her life, Clay, and it was gorgeous.
How was Dad?
Fine.
He held up.
That's what we said. He was fine. Like no tears whatsoever.
Nice.
But if you and I didn't want to share wedding photos. That's for Sydney to share and things. But if you're able to even look, so this is on what we call the compound, because they have family houses on all this property. These beautiful. That's one of the ponds that's on there, and that little girl in the red dress is my own. That's Olive, and then Dad's standing by her. But it's on the lake, and Sid and Clay, her new husband, are down there. And what was so cool is there was a bald eagle.
Really?
And the bald eagle just kept flying. I didn't catch it, but it kept flying before it nested in the tree.
Oh, cool.
And I loved that because I didn't realize it. there were a couple of client or family members who had never seen the bald eagle, and it just made an appearance for the wedding.
Perfect.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can't write that, but congratulations to Sydney, or Sid as we've always
Yep,
called her.
congratulations.
Sydney and Clay. That was also the 11th anniversary of marriage for me and Jason Applegate, my husband / co-founder, co-owner of Extol.
Same day?
Same day.
Wow, congratulations to everybody.
So I would say, celebrated by attending that wedding because it was on the same
Yeah.
day. And of course, that is our 9-year-old Olive who is in there. And we started, though, the day out by cleaning. This is so embarrassing. So 11 years, Jason and I actually met and got married. I think it was 355 days later. I never wanted to get married. I was never having kids. And then boom, like I always say, God was like,
Life chooses for you.
you make
sometimes.
plans and I've got some for you, which thankfully he does. But I moved in from my house in Irish Hill in Louisville, and it was like, it's just stopped, other than putting some things where they belonged. And so we cleaned out an entire half of our basement of all these things.
Yeah.
Like,
That feels good when you're done.
so there
If
was
you're
a,
done.
there was a moment then when it was all these things that, I mean, I've saved, my mom saved books and things, and I started to, it was 8 a.m,
Yeah.
hadn't had enough coffee maybe,
Yeah.
and Olive started to come up to me, and I just went, hang on, and then I just went, but I have memories, I have memories, I have memories. This is just stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you.
I'm kind of a pack rat in the family, and like in our basement, we've got storage area. We got a little extra barn too, and like I was telling Sarah, I was like, we got to go through this. It is just too much. Right? And I'm ready. I'm at that point in life. I'm like, simple. It just feels lighter, you know.
We have to now go through the actual basement, the finished basement part, and it is, she's 9, so I mean, it's 9 years of Olive and clothes and things. But one of the cool things is we had hired a crew to help us. I mean, I love this more than anything. Jason had a tanning bed down there. Tanning bed.
It's just looking dead.
And he had a really nice Nordic
Where'd you
track.
get
Was it
where'd you
Nordic
get the
track?
tanning bed?
Neighbor that stone things.
Okay.
And that was my cheapest way out to buy those.
So,
Okay.
so if you didn't hear that, Jason got boondoggled, is that what we call it? By a former neighbor who used to sell things. It was the cheapest thing Jason could buy to get him to stop asking to buy things. So we've had this tanning bed that, of course, no one uses. And so anyway, that's gone. But the cool part was the crew that we hired, they moved things, but then they also kept things that we just did not
okay.
need. And
That's
so
nice to have that help.
I loved it. I loved it. Hang on, we're going to jump into a quick comment here from Alice Young. Alice, good morning to you. Is Alice someone you recognize me?
A friend we see in the comments quite a bit.
I love it. Alice,
Let
love
us
to
know where
know.
you're watching from too.
We always love to know that. That's for sure. And then, so we cleaned that out, had the wedding, you know, that was awesome. But also, I learned that my daughter, who's 9 again, she really loves Bluey, which I'm fine with because, you know, it's from this to teenagehood. I thought that she was a little more into Taylor Swift. And so, silly mom, I learned, so I ordered the album because she does have a record player, which we got her a few years ago to learn how to treat things gently.
Yeah.
And also, Taylor Swift comes out with these cardigans. I did a terrible job of ordering medium large because she's Olive's like this tall on me and growing. I thought, oh, she'll grow into it. Yeah. You know who it fits the best?
You.
No.
It was too big.
Look at that. Look at that. That
Sweet cardigan. I think Jason should wear that golfing this fall.
first and last time that I will ever order Taylor Swift merchandise. I'm sorry.
But the style kind of is big and baggy like that. Like Hannah has these hoodies that are like down to here, like, and you can't even see shorts. Like it's a own dress.
Olive is wearing it
Yeah.
right now at a little fall break camp And I
There you
mean,
go.
it's like hanging down.
You did
heat.
just fine. That's the style.
But for the money, I won't make that a mistake again, Ben. And in fact, I listened. I tried to wake her up on October 3rd, and I just said, Taylor Swift's new album is out. Do you want to get up and listen to it and eat pancakes? And she goes, no, and turned over to go to sleep. I need to listen a little more, but I'm just going to say it's probably not one of my most thrilling albums.
And that continues for a long time because Hannah was here this weekend from IU, and I was told to wake her up. It was like 11 o'clock because she had to go.
She wanted to get up when it started.
And so mom texts me, hey, will you go wake up Hannah gently? Because I guess I'm not a gentle wake upper. She's at home. We have to make it perfect for her visit. So hey, Hannah, good morning.
Oh, are you ever here when you can hear an announcement come through Alexa?
Every once in a while, yeah.
So it's all connected, and I'm just afraid to unconnect it. But sometimes, like from the kitchen, as I'm doing like 15 things, and we have 5 million animals in the house, I'll be like, good morning, Alexa, announce. Good morning, Olive. It's time to wakey wakey. And I'm very gentle, but then ultimately she'll lift her arms out, and she wants me to pull her out of bed until she's about this far from the floor, puts her hands down, and does this little weird flip.
It's a good way to wake up.
I can't wait to see how long that lasts. All right, Judy Spear, excuse me, Ferris Hoyer. Good morning, y'all. Have a great day.
Bradford, Indiana. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And
I used to drive through Bradford when I coached golf.
I love that you coached golf. And then Lillian Lasley, hope you all had an awesome weekend. Yes.
It was good. It was busy, obviously. Great to visit with my dad, and didn't get to see Hannah much because we were out in the woods the whole time, but that's all right.
Hannah didn't want to chop down trees?
No.
What?
No. A little too rugged.
A little too rugged.
A little too rugged for my son, apparently, too.
He was golfing, Ben.
He was golfing.
That's very.
Becoming a pro golfer.
Come on. Well,
in his mind.
Normally we would have a new version of Art with Adam. And I mean, considering the fact that he and his wife, Kristen, hosted a wedding on their property for their oldest child, Sid, and the love of her life and new husband, Clay. It's acceptable. It's acceptable. Yeah. But before we go, here is, in case you missed it, I loved this one. Here is last week's episode of Art with Adam.
Which basketball player's signature shoe has sold more than any other? If you guessed Michael Jordan, you'd be wrong. That honor goes to Brown County, Indiana's own Chuck Taylor. After a brief professional basketball career, Taylor landed a job as a Converse shoe salesman, where he also hosted free basketball clinics around the country for over 30 years. However, within a year of Taylor's arrival, the company had adopted his suggestions of changing the design of the Converse All-Stars to provide enhanced flexibility and support. Taylor's signature was then added to the patch, and they've been known as the Chuck Taylor All-Stars ever since.
I remember last week we were both like, I said, what? And you were like, oh yeah, I think I remembered that.
Yeah, and that we were talking about my grunge days. I'll have to bring it next week. Stay tuned. We'll bring out my
Oh my gosh, that will be amazing.
16-year-old license picture.
Mona Schaefer says, good morning, Mona. Good morning
Mona.
to you as well. What'll be even more fun is next week we'll be joined by somebody from Indiana University Southeast to talk about IUS Fest, as well as NWSB CEO Pat Daly, who I think will appreciate seeing you in your crunch days. We love Pat. Pat is going to join us
That'll
as
increase
well,
my credibility.
because he's there. NWSB is a presenting sponsor for IUS Fest, and that's going to be a lot of fun. You'll also, if you'd like to meet Ben in person, Ben will be there with NWSB.
Their motto is people you know wherever you go. You're just going to get to know me better.
And you can,
See?
in person, not to mention that is also your wife's birthday. Is it October 25th?
Yep.
October 25th.
So I'll spend a few hours out there. Hopefully the weather's good.
You can bring Sarah, or maybe Sarah's like, no, I'll be doing some me time.
That'll be my first IU Fest. I've never been out there.
That'll be my first IU Fest. I've never been out there. 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 I've never Same here.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Well, thanks for joining us for Extol Unfiltered, caffeinated by NWSB. Before we go, we just got another comment. So we'll throw that up there for sure. Teresa Ford Logsden says, good morning, Ben and Angie.
Good morning, Teresa. I will add, if you want to check out the weather today, tomorrow with this rain, extolmag.com/weather, interactive radar, weather tools, weather story, all updated.
And like you said, I mean, we have had some rain. We're going to continue with some rain, but it also looks like a beautiful portion of the week,
yeah.
right? Booth days.
Hey, it's Monday, Tuesday. Let's get the rain done with early in the work week, and then we'll clear it out pretty much for the rest of the week. But we could see around 1 to 2 inches of beneficial rain by tomorrow night.
And you can catch Ben at 10 coming up here in 27 minutes. Thanks for joining us for Extol Unfiltered, caffeinated by NWSB. Have a great week.